Before the colonial era, how was the relationship between the people of this place and maybe the general IKWERE and Ndi Soma?
All right.
What is the relationship like before the colonial era?
It's all right. All of basically IKWERE came from Benin. But we that is living now, we are sensing it that all of us is from Igbo based on language. I can speak my language today, an Igbo man will hear. An Igbo man can speak his language today, I will hear. But an IKWERE man never believed that Igbo and IKWERE are the same.
Why?
Reason I cannot tell and I don't know, because it did not start in my own time.
Hello, my beautiful people. One of your own, Chukwemeka, again. I am here to bring to you the latest, undiluted, uncensored historical fact about our people. Today, I have found my way in the land of Omuagwa. Omuagwa is a community in IKWERE local government area of River State. And this particular community that I'm in is Imogu in Omuagwa. And I am with a very a high treasured personality, an aged father, and also the traditional ruler, Akajoho, of Imogu, Omuagwa as a whole. Omuagwa as a whole. Okay. Okay. I am here in the palace, in the Obi or the Obiri of Onyenwale, the Akajoho general of Omuagwa in IKWERE local government area. Pa, Biko, Kawatura Anyahagi.
Chikeze Woji.
Chikeze Wali Woji.
Woji.
Okay, and enwekwere ma onye ọzọ bụ onye ga na-akọwara anyị maka na ile anya Akajoho emetala okenye and ọ ga-enwe onye ga na-akọwara anyị ihe ndị dị aṅaa.
Secretary.
The secretary of Omuagwa, Onyenwale Omuagwa. Thank you. Buba, Biko, kọwara ya aha gị.
My name is David Ndubisi Ebere. As God may want it, I become the secretary of Onyenwale Omuagwa in general.
Wow. I am very, very happy. I'm very, very happy to be in this land. Not just being in this land, but with the caliber of people that I'm sitting with today. I am very happy. So I will start with you. Before the colonial era, how was the relationship between the people of this place and maybe the general IKWERE and Ndi Soma?
All right.
What is the relationship like before the colonial era?
It's all right. The colonial area you are talking about between IKWERE, basically IKWERE and Igbo. Yes. We know, and everybody know, all of us come from Benin. All of us, basically IKWERE came from Benin. But we that is living now, we are sensing it that all of us is from Igbo based on language. I can speak my language today, an Igbo man will hear. An Igbo man can speak his language today, I will hear. But an IKWERE man never believed that Igbo and IKWERE are the same.
Why?
Reason I cannot tell and I don't know, because it did not start in my own time.
Okay, let's talk about this Benin connection.
Okay, Bini, we all know from the history, the one I had and not the one I know. And Bini is where all of us come from. Both Igbo, IKWERE, and whatever we call ourselves, we migrated from Bini. But coming to this area, IKWERE goes their own, Igbos goes their own. Then when you look at what is happening today in Nigeria, when we talk of ethnic language, we only have just 3 or 4 languages. IKWERE is not there. We have Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbos. And when we look at it, we see that IKWERE belongs to Igbo.
This is an interaction that has that has a vested interest on, okay, let me use the word. A lot of young people are growing up now from both sides.
Yeah.
The Igbo man, on the other hand, sees the IKWERE man as one of his people without any prejudice or segregation. But on the other hand, the IKWERE thinks different. The IKWERE man thinks that he speaks different. But when he speaks, the Igbo man, just like me, you can speak IKWERE and I will hear. And when I speak the one that is called Igbo, you still hear. So that means we are speaking one language, but different dialects. Because me, myself, I have a separate dialect from what they call in that Igbo, which I will speak in Mbiri. It's something like an Owerri man. So now, in this generation, people are beginning to ask questions. Coming to that area, to that part that there is a Benin migration. It is understood that, yes, it is undisputed that Benin was an empire of people.
Yes.
They ruled according to their imperial powers. So that means the IKWERE man,
the Igbo man,
and the Igbo man
even
migrating back here,
fine.
this place is home.
Yes.
They maintained their ancestry. So now, tell me from your own knowledge, the relationship with the Igbo man and the IKWERE man before politics.
I think.
Okay.
Ọ bụ m ga-ele denye n'IKWERE eje ọjịjị ha agagara. Ọ bụ m ga-ele denye n'IKWERE ha na-aje ọjịjị ha agagara.
You had my father is asking, as people come here now, how many places in IKWERE did you people went and asked this question, and what did they answer you people?
We've gone to, that was last year, to Ishopo.
Okay.
Ishopo.
It's okay, that's outside. Go ahead.
Okay. So,
About the name Ishopo. I told you both IKWERE and Igbo we migrated from Benin. But IKWERE, even Benin, can hear an Igbo man. That's why we have that third language in Nigeria. If you are talking of IKWERE, why is IKWERE man now? Because I want to call your attention from where you stopped before these ones. Why is it that IKWERE man now cannot believe that they are Igbos? The reason is this. During Biafra-Nigeria War, 1967-68, most of, in our area, precisely, Omagwa, the councillor of Omagwa, before the war, is an Igbo man. We see ourselves as oneness. But during the war, when the war started, the Igbos, they see us as enemy. Anybody from this Omagwa, this my father can tell, Igbos, the key meaning of our people. Particularly, I'm talking of this family we are here. It's just for what? For them to claim the farm roads. Now, when we came back from the war, we begin to tell our sons and daughters what the people that is living with us here did to us during the war. And that is why in some part of IKWERE today, they don't marry any Igbo woman. To be precise, Urumebe today cannot marry an Igbo man because of what they did to us. That is why it's like IKWERE man now begin to tell you, we are not from Igbo. Igbo and us is not the same based on what they did during Biafra-Nigerian war.
Yeah. First, I'm not in the position to
know these ones.
No, not to know. Yes, I should know, because these are age-long grievances that should be addressed in the right manner, in the right way. And I believe that the people from the other side should know how to atone for this if actually it happened that way. So, but what I want to say is this.
Go ahead.
Why has this gone unaddressed for so long?
Sorry. Fine and good. This question is not a question I can answer, because there are people older, bigger, even if we talk about money, I cannot be spared where they are. They did not address it. Then I'm not asking you, I'm not telling you, if you want that area to be addressed, you have to call the Igbos and the IKWEREans.
Let's come back to the relationship between the IKWERE man and Igbo man. Do you, I mean, you said some Rumu Ekwe don't marry Igbo women.
Yes, they have been marrying them before the war.
Okay, now let's talk about Omagwa and their intermarriage with Igbo. Does Omagwa men marry the Igbo women from the other side? And does the Omagwa women also, does the Igbo men from the other side marry people from here?
The answer is yes.
So how is this marriage? How is the union? How is the relationship?
The relationship there is that, to start with, I cannot born a child and marry my child. You cannot born a child and marry your child. Before the war and early after the war. Before you go and marry, even in some areas today in Igbo and IKWERE, it's happening. Before you go and marry a child from another family, your mother, your people will go and verify. How is this lady? As people are verifying, the parents of the lady I want to marry will also be verifying how is my life, how is my family, until they get the facts before they will allow their daughter and their sons to marry. If there is no way, the marriage will cannot hold. So when it comes in IKWERE and Igbo, when we intermarry, no problem. But as it stands today, I was saying at the past, Igbo and IKWERE will intermarry.